Hello students of grade 5. Today we are going to learn the 13th chapter, that is the sun, the earth and the moon. So in this we are going to learn the structure of the sun and the earth, phases of the moon, formation of eclipse, uses of man-made satellites. So let's begin with the lesson. The sun and the planets revolving around it are just a part of a galaxy called the Milky Way or Akash Ganga. Millions of stars, planets, and other such bodies make up galaxy. Millions of galaxies make up the universe. So, the sun and the planet, they are just a part of the galaxy. So, the part of the galaxy that is called as the Milky Way. And millions of stars, planets, and other bodies, they make up the galaxy. And if you take the millions of galaxies together, they make up the universe. So universe is formed with the millions of galaxies, and millions of stars and planets, they all together form a galaxy. Okay, and just a part of the galaxy is known as the Milky Way. So let us learn about the sun. The sun is a huge ball of very hot gases. It was formed nearly 4.6 billion years ago. It is actually a star. So the sun is a star. Okay, and it is a very huge ball of fire. It was nearly formed like 4.6 billion years ago. So you can see here the image of the sun. Okay, let us learn more about the sun. So in fact, it is the closest star to the earth. That is why it appears bigger than other stars. The sun is also much bigger than the earth. The diameter of the sun is about 110 times the diameter of the earth. So here in this you can see how bigger is the size of the sun than the earth. So here what we are telling is how is the diameter of the sun? It is 110 times bigger than the earth. Okay, and you can see that whenever you see the stars in the night, which is the do you see stars very bigger? No, we just see as if they are only tiny dots in the sky. That is why we are unable to see them properly, but we do know how they look. In fact, we can say that sun is the closest star to the earth. That is why we are able to see a huge ball like in the sky. Okay, because it is the closest star to the earth. So let us learn what is the sun made up of. The sun is made up of gases that react vigorously. Vigorously means very fast. These reactions takes place at the center of the sun. This results in the release of large amount of heat and light energy. This makes the center of the sun hotter than its outer region or surface. This energy travels to the outer region of the sun from its center. The sun radiates this energy from its surface to the whole solar system. This energy, called solar energy, is the main source of energy for us. So here we know that sun is a hot ball of gas, and this sun is made up of many gases which are reacting vigorously, means very fast they are reacting. And from where do we get the where does this gases react? They react in the center of the sun. So this sun, what happens, from where are all these light and heat we are getting? That is nothing but we are getting from the center of the sun. Okay, and how are the surface from the center? The surface the outer layer of the sun is getting the sunlight, and the sun radiates this energy is falling on the whole of the universe from the outer surface of the sun. Okay, so this energy which we are getting, the sun is whichever the heat or the sunlight which we are getting is nothing but the solar energy. Okay, which is the main source of energy for all of us. So let us see about the earth. Okay, let us learn more about the earth. The earth is the only planet of the solar system that has life on it. Do you wonder why? The following factors are responsible for life on the earth. So as we all know that earth is the only planet where life exists. Okay, but let us see why only on earth life exists. Fine. The earth has water. Water is essential for life. Nearly 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. Okay, so here we all know that we cannot imagine our life without water, as water is very essential for our life. So nearly 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with only water. Okay, so how is it the water only everywhere we can't see the water? So it is also in the form of where are they are in the form of oceans, seas, rivers, lakes and ice caps. Okay, ice caps. The remaining 1/4 of its surface consists of land. This land has a layer of soil in which plants and animals can live. So 3/4 is covered with water and 1/4 of the earth's surface consists of land. On this land we can find the plants, animals and we the humans survive over there. Okay, we do live on that. The Earth's atmosphere contains gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide that are essential for life. Okay, so the Earth receives the right amount of heat and light from the sun. So the Earth is neither too hot nor too cold. The Earth exerts the right amount of gravitational force on an object to hold them close to its surface. This is gravitational force also allows us to move freely. So because of the gravitational force only we are able to move freely wherever we want to. Okay, we don't fly as the astronauts do in the space. Because of the gravitational force which is present on the earth, we are able to stand properly and all the things are on its proper place. So let us look about the structure of the earth. So let us learn detailed about the structure of the earth. The earth is like a spherical ball, that means a round ball. The outer layer of the earth is called the crust. Okay, the center region is called the core. The middle layer between the crust and the core is called the mantle. So here the outer layer, okay, the outer layer of the earth is called as the crust. Fine. And the central region is called as the core. So C for central, C for core. In this way you can remember. And middle layer starts with M. So the mantle. The name of the middle layer is M for middle, M for mantle. Fine. So this outer layer of the earth is the crust. And this inner layer is the mantle. And the center one, which is the hotter one, the deepest one, is nothing but the core. So let us see what is present in the what are things present on the crust. So it is the outmost rocky layer of the surface of the earth on which continents and oceans exist. It contains soil and minerals needed by living things. So all the things which we see by our naked eyes are present on the crust. So where we live. Okay, let us learn about the mantle. It is the middle layer, consists of hot molten rocks. Violent movements of this hot molten material result in volcanic eruptions and earthquakes on the crust. So when there is some movement in the mantle, then only we can see the volcanic eruptions and the earthquake on the crust. Okay, the effect of mantle is seen on the crust. Okay, let us see what is there in the core. It is the deepest and hottest layer of the earth. The outer part of the core, the outer core, is made up of molten means melted molten rock, iron and nickel. The inner core is like a hot solid ball made mostly of iron. Okay, so till here we have learnt about the sun and the earth. So let us learn more about the moon. Let us look into the moon. The moon is the earth's closest neighbor and its only natural satellite. A satellite is an object that moves around a larger object such as a planet. The moon is about 1/4 the size of the earth. The moon is about 4.5 billion years old. So the moon is the earth's closest neighbor. Okay, as we have the neighbors, the same way the earth's neighbor is the moon, and it is the natural satellite. It's a not man-made satellite, but it is a natural satellite. A satellite is an object that moves around the larger objects such as planet. Okay, this is moving around the planet Earth. The moon is about 1/4 the size of the Earth. The moon is about 4.5 billion years old. Okay, so let us see why does the moon shines. The moon does not have any light of its own. So it does not have the light of its own. It only reflects the sunlight that falls on its surface. So it is reflecting the sunlight which is falling on the surface of it. Therefore, the moonlight is nothing but reflected sunlight. So the moon does not have the light of its own. It is taking the sunlight which is getting reflected on its surface, and that is nothing but the moonlight is nothing but the reflected sunlight. So let us learn about the surface of the moon. The surface of the moon is very dry and uneven. As you can see here, it is very dry and uneven. Okay, it is not clear. It is very uneven. It has high mountains, deep valleys, plain and craters. You can see here all the craters. Okay, it has valleys and plains. A crater is a bowl-shaped hole on the land. So here you can see the bowl-shaped holes. These are nothing but the craters. Okay, most of the craters on the moon were formed when meteors, the big rock from the space, stuck it millions of years ago. So the meteors were falling on this moon. So they got stuck on this, which were falling from the space. They got stuck on the moon, and that is nothing but because of that these craters are formed. So we can know, now you know the surface of the moon, how it is. It is very dry and very uneven, and it has high mountain, deep valley, plain and craters. A crater is nothing but the bowl-shaped hole on the land. Most of the craters of the moon are formed when the meteors, they are formed, what happens, they get stuck on the when they got stuck in millions of years ago. Okay, the gravity of the on the moon is 6 times less than the gravity on the Earth. So the gravity on the moon is very less, that is 6 times less than the gravity on the Earth. Okay, so therefore a person weighing 60 kgs on the Earth will weigh only 10 kgs on the moon. Suppose a person is 60 kgs, if you can weigh them on the Earth, when he reaches the moon and he goes there, and when he weighs his body weight, it will be just 10 kgs. Okay.